Hey everybody, it's Rob, and for those of you who are new to the site, welcome to Crush, Frag, Destroy. We're doing this video because we've reached something of a milestone on the site. This is actually going to be our 500th post. We originally started the site in late February, February 22nd, and this past Wednesday actually was 5 months of us being up and running, and we have a bunch of tweaks and changes we've made on the site, and what we actually wanted to do this mainly do this video for was to take you on a little tour of the changes we've made and talk a little bit about what's going to be coming up in the near future. So, to start off with, you'll notice over my head here, we have a bar now with all the categories for the various posts for news and features and reviews and all that kind of stuff. There's separate tabs for videos and videos and screenshots. There's a tab for the podcast when we get that up and running, as well as a link on the far left that'll kick you back to the main page whenever you're done looking through whatever sections you're in. Also on the far right, we have a tab, a blog tab, which one of the things we talked about doing in the past is maybe providing a bit of a forum for the staff to write about things that maybe aren't necessarily game related. Just clearing the thoughts out of their heads, or things that they find interesting they might want to talk about. I may possibly end up detailing some of my my current obsession with Lost in there. I just recently came into the show after it's been going for 6 seasons or 5 seasons now, so I'm playing catch up. That's neither here nor there. So there's all of that up there. For those of you who've been coming to the site for a while, you'll remember we used to have 2 sidebars, one on the left and one on the right. Now there's 3. So starting off, if you head over to the farthest right sidebar, you'll notice that that's all pretty much the same as it used to be. The biggest difference is we've replaced a lot of the instead of just being a series of text links, we're replacing them with banners and graphics. So just adding a little more visual pop to the site as opposed to just a boring wall of text. So that's all pretty much the same. Below that, you'll notice, or actually as part of that, you'll notice that we're starting to network out with other sites now. So we've got some of our new affiliates listed down there. Visit them, check their sites out. Don't feel that you have to not visit them just because they're not competition. I mean, we're all small independent sites, so we need to kind of spread the love around as much as we can. Below that is with the posts, the polls rather. I'm sorry, which is where they normally are. You may have noticed, for those of you who've been coming here regularly, we haven't done a poll for the last couple of Sundays. That's just been because with all the tweaks we've been doing in the updates, we didn't want to kind of get lost in the shuffle. So this is actually our first poll in a couple of weeks that we're going to be putting up there now, which should be live when you're reading this. And it's a pretty simple question, which is basically, how do you like the site redesign? Let us know what you think, how it looks, how you feel about it. For those of you who have been here before, for those of you who are new here, just tell us what you think of it in general, since you obviously don't know what it looked like beforehand. If you move to the banner next to that, the inside right sidebar, you may notice something. For those of you who've been here before, we used to have ad support via Google AdSense. You'll notice now that that's not here anymore. Without going into the wheres and the whys of that, the biggest thing is we've basically changed our setup to affiliate programs via Amazon and PlayAsia.com. Now, as an aside here, for those of you who don't know, none of us who work here at the site are making any money off of this. This is all kind of volunteer work done out of the love for the hobby and the industry, and because we enjoy doing it. We're not making any money off of this. So all of the costs of running the site are actually coming directly out of my pocket. So because of that, if any of you out there who are fans of the site feel like, helping support the site, help keep us running, you'll notice at the top of the tab we have a PayPal donation button. Drop a few dollars in our PayPal account. That would definitely help us out. Or for those of you who don't really have the extra cash to spare but do a lot of shopping online via either one of our 2 affiliates, the easiest thing to do is just shop through them like you normally would, but if you do so via our site, we get a little bit of a commission kickback for it. One of the things that we're actually going to be adding at the top of the the ad section is links to the games we reviewed this week, so that if it ends up being a game that you enjoyed, you can just go straight in through that link and purchase it there. Simple enough. We're actually adding text links to the bottoms of the reviews too, that take you to the games on Amazon. But the biggest thing about this is, if you already shop at either one of these online retailers, you don't really have to do anything different. If you just enter them though through our banner, anything you purchase as part of that session on the site, we get a partial commission on. So that's a good way too, if you don't have extra cash to spare, but you still want to help support the site. do it like that. We would appreciate it very much if you would do so. If you have friends and family who shop through them, send them our way too. Every little bit counts. Moving to the left side, a lot of the stuff that used to be featured in the left sidebar, we had a section for reviews, we have the Word and things like that. A lot of those are going to be going away because they've kind of been subsumed by the menu bar at the top, which provides easier navigation to get around the site and find the different sections of content. One thing we are going to be doing, though, is one of our plans is, in the past, when we had new content on the site, you have news all during the week, and then when you would get to around the weekend would be the other time to find things like reviews and community features and things like that. But what we wanted to do is we want there to be something new almost every day on the site that's not necessarily news related. So we're trying to spread content out throughout the week. We've got some new features coming up. It'll be what we're essentially going to do is on the left here, there's going to be a basically like a programming schedule for what goes up on what days. It's not up right now, but it will be in the next few days. And that's going to link to, these upcoming features we have planned that are going to be regularly scheduled events. One thing you may also have noticed, our reviews, which used to formerly be on Saturdays only, have now gone to twice a week. We do reviews now on Tuesday and Saturday. This, again, helps spread the content out, and it also makes it easier for us so we're not constrained to one weekly deadline. We've got a little bit of room to play around. Below that, you'll notice we have an improved login system now. The old login system was pretty lame and kind of buried, but the new one, it's the format that I'm sure you're pretty used to. If you don't have an account for the site already, sign up for one. Takes no time. We actually have streamlined the process so that it's a little more. It's instead of waiting for the temporary password and having to log in and rechange that and everything, the way it's set up now is you can actually fill out all of your account information while you're signing up, and you pick your own password. Then it'll kick you back a verification email, which you verify and then send, and it'll send you back to the site. You can log in. Everything's good to go. We've added a lot more fields to your personal profile. We've added room for things like your gamer tags and your Twitter account and all your various other social networking fun stuff. Another thing we've added too, for those of you who didn't know, if you're commenting on our site, the user avatars. Previously, the only way to have an avatar show up is through a service called Gravatar, which is essentially a global avatar system that links to your email address, so you have one avatar across all the platforms that support it. Not everybody wants to go and sign up for an account, though, so we've actually added local avatars to the service as well. If you go into your profile page, there's an option to upload one there to our servers, and boom, good to go for that. So trying to offer you more options to participate. And really, in the end, participating is what we want you to do. We've been seeing an upswing in traffic lately. We've been seeing a lot of new people coming to the site, but not as many people commenting. And that's what we thrive on. Hearing from you guys and letting us know that you're out there and that you're doing stuff and that you're interacting with us. That's why we do this. It's fun, but it's a lot of work too, and it's nice to know that you're reading it and that you've got something to say. Give us feedback on stories, even if we don't directly ask for it. Comments are there. Use them. Lastly, on the bottom of the left, you'll notice we've changed our staff. Instead of having a separate staff page, we now have a sidebar with all of the more full-time staff members listed there, with links back to pages compiling every post that they've done. And then there's going to be a separate link taking you to an individual page for that user with their little bio blurb or anything they want to write in there, as well as all their personal contact information like their email address and their IMs and their Twitter feeds and things like that. So that's going to be at the moment. There's none of the individual user pages are up, but we're going to be adding that in the upcoming days and weeks. That's really about it. We really just wanted to thank you guys for coming. For all those of you who've been coming regularly, for those of you who are just now starting to visit the site, we really, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for you guys. And lastly, as we mentioned, we just passed a 5-month anniversary. That means that this coming August 22nd is going to be our 6-month anniversary. So we have some things planned that we want to try to do for that. Maybe some giveaways. Keep an eye on the site for the next couple of weeks, because we're going to probably need about a 2-week lead time for any contests or anything we do. So just spread the word. Participate, comment, be a part of this. It's your site too. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys hopefully in another 500 posts.